Goldilocks and the Three Bears.
Are they too angry?
They do not look angry to me. Look curious. They look surprised. To me, they don't look angry.
Okay, here we go. Here we
go. Once upon a time, there were three bears: Papa Bear, Mama Bear, and Baby Bear. They all lived together in their own little house in the woods. Every morning, they each had a bowl of porridge. Papa Bear had a great big bowl because he was the biggest. Mama Bear had a middle-sized bowl because she was middle-sized, and Baby Bear had a little wee bowl because he was smallest. They each had a chair to sit in. Papa Bear had a great big chair, Mama Bear had a middle-sized chair, and Baby Bear had a wee little chair. And they each had a bed to sleep in. Papa had a great big bed, Mama Bear had a middle-sized bed, and Baby Bear had a wee little bed. One morning, the three bears poured their porridge into their bowls, but it was too hot to eat. So while the porridge was cooling, the three bears went for
a
walk
into
in the woods or the forest. That's right. It happened that a little girl had lost her way in the woods. She was called Goldilocks because her hair was the color of gold. Now when she saw the bear's house, she walked right up to it and looked in the window. Then she peeked through the keyhole. You're right. Here she is. They don't show her looking through the window. They show her looking through the lock or the keyhole. So you're right. Finally, seeing that no one was home, she lifted the latch and went inside. There on the table were the three bowls of porridge. Goldilocks tasted the porridge in Papa Bear's great big bowl. It was too hot for her. Next, she tasted the porridge in Mama Bear's middle-sized bowl. It was too cold for her. Then she tasted the porridge in Baby Bear's wee little bowl. It was neither too hot nor too cold. It was just right for her, so she finished it all. Then Goldilocks saw three chairs. I think I'll sit down and rest, she said. First she tried Papa Bear's great big chair, but it was too hard for her. Next she tried Mama Bear's middle-sized chair, but it was too soft for her. Then she tried Baby Bear's wee little chair. It was neither too hard nor too soft. It was just right. But the bottom of the chair fell out, and down she fell, plonk, on her own bottom. So Goldilocks climbed the stairs. She went into the bear's bedroom, where she saw three beds. First she lay down in Papa Bear's great big bed, but it was too high for her. Then she lay down in Mama Bear's middle-sized bed, but it was also too high for her. Then she lay down in Baby Bear's wee little bed. It was just right for her. So she curled up and went to sleep. Very good. When the three bears knew their porridge would be cool enough to eat, they came home for breakfast. Papa Bear looked into his great big bowl. Then he growled in his great big voice, "Someone has been eating my porridge." Mama Bear looked into her middle-sized bowl, and she said, in her middle-sized voice, "Someone has been eating my porridge." Then Baby Bear looked into his wee little bowl. He cried out, in his wee little voice, "Someone has been eating my porridge and has eaten it all up." Papa Bear saw that the cushion on his great big chair was out of place. He growled in his great big voice, "Someone has been sitting in my chair." Then Mama Bear looked at her middle-sized chair, and she said in her middle-sized voice, "Someone has been sitting in my chair." Then Baby Bear looked at his wee little
Chair.
chair. He cried out in his wee little voice, "Someone has been sitting in my chair and has broken it." The three bears went up and looked in the bedroom. Papa Bear saw that the pillow was not in place on his great big bed. He growled in his great big voice, "Someone has been lying in my bed." Then Mama Bear saw that the pillow was out of place on her middle-sized bed. She said in her middle-sized voice, "Someone has been lying in my bed." Then Baby Bear looked at his wee little bed. His pillow was right in its place, but on his pillow rested the head of a little girl. It was Goldilocks. So Baby Bear cried out in his wee little voice, "Someone has been lying in my bed, and she is still here." Now in her sleep, Goldilocks had heard the great big voice of Papa Bear, but she thought it was the rumble of thunder and the roar of rain. She had also heard the middle-sized voice of Mama Bear, and she thought it was only a voice in a dream. But when she heard Baby Bear's wee little voice, it was so shrill and sharp that she awakened at once. Goldilocks sat up and looked around the room. As soon as she saw the three bears, she tumbled out of bed and stumbled to the window. Then she jumped out and ran into the woods. The three bears went to the window and called, "Come back, come back!" But that was the last they ever saw of Goldilocks.
That's it.
Indeed it is.